For the first time today, we are hearing from a Springfield mother-daughter duo, one heartbeat away from being serial killers. It was 2012, a family of 5, the Staudes, mother Diane, father Mark, son Sean, daughters Rachel, Sarah, and Brianna. But behind the scenes, the mother Diane and one of her daughters, Rachel, had a secret. They were plotting to kill their own family members. First, they poured antifreeze into husband Mark's drinks, killing him. Less than 6 months later, they poisoned and killed Sean. No questions were raised, even though the two deaths were similar. That was later blamed mostly on the family moving houses between the two deaths. The next summer, 2013, a third person in the family, Sarah, was rushed to the hospital. That's when a phone call to the police started to unravel the Staudes' sinister secret. Mom Diane and her daughter Rachel have now both pleaded guilty to the poisonings, but without a trial, many still have questions about how they did it and why. Today, we are finally hearing some of the answers, thanks to the police interrogation tapes. The first is the mother of the family, Diane, when she's called in to answer questions about her daughter, Sarah, who's in the hospital.
And then I couldn't get her to wake up. She didn't respond to me, so we took her to the emergency room.
Diane claims her daughter was sick only for a couple of days before she and her other daughter, Rachel, decided to take her to the hospital.
But it wasn't that bad. I mean, I've seen the flu bug worse.
Diane claims she had no idea why Sarah would get sick.
But no idea what it was?
We had no clue. Still don't really have a clue.
During the interview, Diane blames other reasons for the sickness, even Sarah herself.
My first thing is, did she get into something? Did she try to overdose or something?
Do you have any idea what it would be that she'd find to take?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I mean, as far as pills, I don't have much. Other, Tylenol, Motrin. Well, if she got into, like, cleaners and stuff like that, but I don't know. I can't really picture her doing that. I really don't know. I've been trying to rack my brains trying to figure out what happened. Unless it's an autoimmune something or the other, but I've never heard of that causing, basically she had a total body collapse.
Have you been able to talk to her?
Yeah, and she doesn't remember.
She doesn't remember anything?
She doesn't remember anything.
And then, for the first time, Diane brings up her husband and her son.
I can't go through this again.
When did your
husband died last year of a heart attack.
Do you have a son as well?
No, not anymore.
No,
he died.
He died.
He had a seizure disorder.
The investigator leaves the room for several minutes and comes back to ask about Diane's husband and her son's cremation, and if that was a plan for Sarah, too.
Yeah, we all kind of had the same idea. Why fork out a ton of money for a casket and a spot in the ground?
Diane claims her husband isn't good, but she didn't want to kick him out.
It was not what you call a good marriage.
So he wasn't a very good guy, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I know, I've had friends who told me I should kick him out, but I couldn't find myself kicking him out.
Why not?
I was afraid he'd kill himself. Even with all his faults, I still loved him.
The detective brings the focus back to Diane's daughter, Sarah.
As far as Sarah's a difficult child to deal with.
I understand.
And I've been kind of putting pressure on her to, you need to get out and get a job. Your college bills are coming due. I don't want to pay for them. After all, you get tired of doing everything for your kids, and it's like you need to step up and do it. As far as did I do something to her, I didn't do anything to her. I mean, I guess I could have taken her to the ER sooner, but I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know I didn't do anything.
And if you did?